Now has a new opponent in that critical Senate race. Today, attorney Eric Early joined the crowded field looking to replace Senator Dianne Feinstein. Early, the first major Republican to announce his candidacy. He previously ran for Congress in 2020, challenging Congressman Adam Schiff, who's also running for Feinstein's seat. Last year, Early ran for California Attorney General, placing third in the primary. Didn't make the top two in that, but he joins us now here in studio to talk about this latest race. Eric Early, welcome. Good to see you. Why are you doing this?
I love this country, and there are huge problems going on with our country, both domestically and internationally, and somebody has to step up. Frankly, somebody that's able to talk about the issues that so many people are either being shut down from talking about in our nation right now or are just too afraid to talk about.
Both of our U.S. Senate seats have been held by Democrats since 1992. It's a long time ago. How do you plan to win?
Well, what we have now, my opponents have been in Congress for a total of 51 years. They have failed us massively. And we need a change. We need a total change. Schiff, Katie Porter, Barbara Lee, they talk great, they sound like they know what they're doing. We have to judge them by their actions. This country is frankly at a crossroads. We're at a precipice right now. We need new voices. You know, I'm very blessed. I live a blessed life. Run a great law firm, nationally recognized law firm, one of the owners of it as well. My wife and I, we have 4 kids, 3 dogs, and a cat. We don't need this in our life, but we're doing this for all of us, frankly. We're fighting for all forgotten Americans, and how do I plan to win? I'm reaching out across the board here. You know, I'm a Republican, but when I talk about forgotten Americans, we are forgotten Americans of every race, creed, and color in this country. I'm fighting for them across the political spectrum, and they know. I mean, I'm surrounded by Democrats. I live in Los Angeles. So many of them tell me things have gone too far, so we can do this.
So a big part of what you have to do right now is raise money. To win statewide is going to require tens of millions of dollars at least. Why should somebody give you money? Are you a good investment when we have not seen a Republican win statewide since 2006? What kind of realistic chance, even if you get into the top 2, do you have to win when most Republicans lose by 25, 30 points right now?
Elex, you know, more and more people in California across the political spectrum know exactly what I'm talking about. Fentanyl's coming in. It's terrible. We've lost over 100,000 Americans in the last year or so. The borders, 5 million people have broken across our borders. We have open borders. You know, everything that we're watching, and there's only one person, parents' rights. You had that story on right before this. We need somebody who's elected to fight for our parents and to fight for our children's rights. Nobody is stepping up to do that right now. So, you know, these issues go across the board, and of course, inflation. People are being crippled out there, financially crippled. And it's the silent Americans out there, the forgotten Americans who I'm fighting for. I am frankly the best investment in this race because I'm reaching out, as I say, to all Americans.
But in the Senate, you yes. got to pick a side, right? And you either vote with Mitch McConnell or you vote with Chuck Schumer. You vote for Republican bills or you vote for Democratic bills. This state is a Democratic state. Would you vote and caucus with the Republican Party? And
Absolutely.
Vote for all their judges and everybody else that they put up?
I'm a Republican. Right. I'm going to caucus with the Republican Party, and I will want to know every single thing I'm voting for that before I vote on it. But listen, people want a change. People know that there are terrible problems right now. I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic. Right now, people are being crippled in our country, and we have a president who, by the way, my opponents follow in lockstep, who frankly is a failure. Most Americans believe he is failing us. And so people want a change. And really for me, you know, when I ran against Schiff a couple of years ago, I raised over $4 million against him in a congressional race. Sure. We can raise money out there. We started raising it today, ericearly.com. And I need everybody's help, but this can be done, you know. This absolutely can be done.
Let me ask you about Senator Dianne Feinstein. She's been sidelined since coming down with shingles. She's missed 60 of 82 votes taken this year in the Senate. There are some calls for her to resign early? If so, that would put Barbara Lee in her spot. Do you
Maybe.
think, potentially,
Yeah.
do you think that she should resign early?
You know, I'm not going there with Dianne Feinstein because it appears she has serious health issues. Maybe it's been brought on by her age or whatever. But that's not really for me to talk about. I mean, if you're going to tell me that a Republican would be able to go in there instead of Dianne Feinstein, then I would say, yes, let's do it. But Barbara Lee or Katie Porter or Adam Schiff or whoever Newsom might have up his sleeve is only going to make things much worse in this state.
And voters get to have the final say. Newsom's appointed a lot of people to a lot of positions, and voters get to have the final say if Feinstein stays on the rest of the way. Eric Early, great to see you. We thank you. We
you.
appreciate you sharing your views, and of course we've talked with all the other candidates as well, and look forward to talking to a lot more over the next year.
Thank you both, and I look forward to debating them, and I hope you guys do the debate, frankly, and I'd ask your viewers, go to ericearly.com, check out our video, check out my website. I need your support. We can win this race.
Well, one thing you just said, I endorse us doing the debate too, so that you'll get some agreement on. Trying to make that happen. Thank you so much, Eric Early. Appreciate it. Still to come.